Why are you like this?
Where?
I'm just saying what we're all thinking.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today, and welcome back. We are playing Nexus Adventures, our Pathfinder 2e homebrew campaign. If you'd like to know more about us and more about the games that we play here on the channel, feel free to check us out at patreon.com/thehypegoblin, where we actually host an after show for this campaign and all the others like it on my channel. And with that, you get access to the Discord and direct access to chat with all these lovely, fine folks that are on the screen with me. Some channel announcements. Y'all, I'm going to Gen Con. Thanks to the wonderful generosity of several of my friends and the generosity of the community and a garage sale and a digital garage sale that I'll be having later this week, I'm able to afford to go to my first convention as a professional streamer and TTRPG player / influencer. I hate that word so much, but I am going there. I'm going to be interacting with a lot of other creators and hopefully meeting some of you. So if you are going to Gen Con, please reach out. I don't know for sure what my schedule will be yet, but if you follow me on Instagram, there is a notification feature where I can just send out a blast to all of my followers there. Follow me on Instagram, and I will be updating in that channel where I am when I am able to meet folks. However, if you see me and my pink hair walking around that convention floor, please stop me and say hello. I would love to greet each and every one of you and shake your hand and maybe take a picture. Let's go ahead and hop into some intros. How's that sound, everybody? Awesome. Yeah. I'll go first. Today, hey, everybody, I'm Sarah Roberts. I use any pronouns, as does my changeling magus, Lucy, who will be using any pronouns and going by the name Kira today, as she has taken on a new persona.
Hi, I'm Jen. I go by the pronoun she, her. I'll be playing Anthony Silverhorn, the Cavern Elf inventor, and his wee pal Soon, Elmslong, and his little invention, Julian. They go by he, him.
Hey everybody, my name is RJ. Today I'm playing Titus Valentine. We both go by he, him. He is a human ranger, and I am a human menace.
Hi everyone, my name is... Oh, sorry.
You can go first if you want.
No, you can go first. It's fine. I'm sleepy.
Hi, everybody. My name is Robyn, and I shall be playing Annelisse, the half-elven bard. And we both go by she, her.
Okay, now it's time. Sorry, Sarah. I need that brain cell back. Hi, everyone. My name is Satan Orla Savamp on the internet. I go by she, they, and today I will be your DM, guiding you and these lovely group of players through another session. So let's get into a little bit of a recap. So after pulling off a heist to acquire an ancient relic from a merchant connected to Titus's past, our party made their way off into the night, away from Ladros before their mark could realize what had transpired that night. With 3 mysterious keys, vague directions, and a warning of creatures on the road, our adventure continues. As the fading lights of Ladros sink deeper into the night behind you, you are left at a white dirt road marked with the passage of many tracks and footprints from travelers past. The air is fresh compared to the town and chills you as the night turns colder with each passing hour. Your footfalls becomes louder in the vast emptiness of the clearings around you, only a few dappled trees in the distance. The sky is relatively clear. You can see the stars sparkling above you as you have a journey ahead of you.
So, successful operation. Good job all around. We made a bit of coin. Well, actually, no, we didn't. We gave it all to the bar. Shit, I'm bad at business.
Weren't you from a merchant family?
Yeah, weren't you?
I actually made money.
Excuse me? We mostly dealt in transportation.
Wait, so did you give all the coin to the bar? Did you not keep any? So we could eat and drink and just survive a little bit out here?
You all did receive 50 gold from Fenris as pay for this job. I will remind you.
Titus will jingle a little coin pouch. I thought that's what Fenris gave us these for.
Oh, yeah, so that is true. I mean, like, but it's quite good to maybe have a bit extra. We could have some fun, like, okay. So, for example, Fenris, like, he always thinks that we stay in, like, the lower establishments, try to save a bit of money, but, I like to stay in the nice places. We need more coin for that.
Lucy will lower her hood and turn to the others and say, "Don't worry, I'll just make sure that we'll get a nice room." As she takes down her hood, the party sees a tan woman with long brown hair that turns a reddish brown in the sunlight. She has, surprisingly, Annelisse never saw her pull out a makeup kit the entire time that they changed clothes and Lucy donned her hood, but she has come out with a smoky eye and a perfectly winged liner. And her clothes are those that she picked up from Fenris, just a simple blouse and bodice and a pair of pants and her trusty sword, newly acquired, now at her side. Peanut skips along and their hair almost looks the same reddish color.
Oh,
You don't have to. What?
I like this new look.
Thank you. I thought this would be a nice departure from, goody two-shoes.
Oh. Turning to Anthony.
What?
You're in trouble.
What's wrong? Why is he in trouble? I don't understand.
Well, as the departure of Goody Two Shoes has come and gone, I have a penchant for getting into trouble. I cannot speak for Miss Annelisse here, but if you are going to be a rabble-rouser such as I, Anthony, you're going to be in trouble.
Oh, no, I wasn't talking about that. I was just talking about being much more slutty.
Oh, you're in a different sort of trouble.
You left me alone and I adopted another party member, so it's fine. I've made up for it.
I mean, isn't that just what you do every town we go to? You just adopt a new one.
Yes.
Well, if you're planning on being a little more, slutty and a little bit more free with your face, I can definitely show you a few establishments that you will have a lot of fun at.
Oh, dear. I don't take out my services to establishments, but don't worry. I usually have no problem finding the richest man in town. I've made several wonderful widows.
I thought I was the slutty one.
No, you just think you are.
This is the weirdest competition I've ever been part of before, but I love it.
Welcome to the party, Annelisse. This is what we mostly do. We walk and we jab each other in the ribs every now and again.
Sometimes with our fingers, mostly with knives.
Ew.
What?
Titus is ticklish above the fourth rib if you want to jab him there.
So how do you count from the top or the this one here?
I'll just stand right here, darling. And she will just jab Titus right where he's ticklish.
Do not do that, please.
Sounded like you enjoy it though.
What good is knowing your secrets if I can't tell everybody?
A lot more comfortable with the bed underneath me.
No.
I'll continue to walk.
You didn't complain about the sofa either.
Or the kitchen. Or we really tore up that room, huh?
I heard they redecorated.
Oof.
They burnt down an entire palace room once.
No, that was just me. Don't give him any credit for that. He didn't even know me yet.
Yeah, I don't even like Austin. Welcome to the team, Annelisse.
I just tried to figure out so you two are like you two are lovers or were lovers?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it's just very confusing with all the sex jokes. I
we
think
did
that's
fuck
what.
once.
Yes.
And then it wasn't good, so you want added
Whoa!
in for us?
Whoa!
It was all right.
She
was
seems very honest.
It was a trying time for both of us.
Anthony just died, and I watched him come back to life.
Yeah.
But you died, so you two fucked?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could have fit in so well here.
Wait until you figure out who I adopted. Actually, officially on paper. It's fun.
It's me.
Yeah, I adopted Kyra.
So you're like Kyra's like
Parental figure.
parental thing. Okay.
Thought that only happened once a year. No, it's perennial.
He likes to
Yes.
think that he is. But really, it just means that I get all of his stuff when he dies. When are you planning to do that again, by the way?
Like Kyra's daddy then? Is that what is happening here? I'm so confused.
Oh, I wish. He owes me a lot of money.
Well, in a long scheme of things, I'm actually, well, you know, I resurrected. I came back from human to elf. And they.
If we kill the fake you, can I go take your money? The
It
fake you that's
depends.
pretending to be you. Technically, it's
Yeah.
you.
Well, technically, my title would pass on to my
I don't give a
sister.
shit about your title. I just want your things.
Well, to get my things, you have to take the title.
No, I don't. That's not what the contract said that you showed me.
I did
Honestly,
not show you a contract.
You showed me the adoption papers and your will.
honestly,
And it did not require me to take your title.
if Anthony does kick the bucket again, you could always ask Tess for his stuff. She's very accommodating.
She is. Tess loves me.
I believe if you asked her to, Tess would probably give you the world.
Please do not tempt my wizard sister into doing that.
I don't have to tempt your wizard sister into doing anything. Your sister loves me. Your whole family loves me.
I know. You're very lovable as a person,
And I'm going to take all your stuff.
which requires my title.
No, it doesn't.
You don't want to be a baroness?
No.
All
That's
right.
way too much of a paper trail.
You can't murder anyone as easily once you have a title.
Well,
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Oh. I did not murder anyone on paper while under the name Baron Silverhorn. There.
You know, you say these things to try to make yourself more interesting, but it doesn't work.
I'm just stating facts.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of facts, where does that lady who hurt you live? Did a family ever
Oh.
tell you? I would really like to have a talk with her.
No, Fenton actually never told me, and I don't think he wants to tell me because you and I are of the same mindset.
Never mind then. I'll
Last
just
you
get Jack to
heard-
find out.
Last you heard, Anthony, she was alive and she had everything she needed to survive.
She's alive. I'm sure if we find somebody to, search for her, we could take care of it.
Well, you know someone who's really good at tracking.
True, she would be a bit older now.
Hey, so Titus short like that.
That just her face would be a bit different. That's all. And I think she'd have gray hair instead of blonde.
You assume a lot about the people.
Well, being a noble person's very stressful, so I went gray as soon as I turned 35.
That's because you worry about everybody. You don't know that she does that.
Possibly.
Maybe if you didn't insert yourselves into so many other people's problems, you wouldn't have that issue.
Maybe if you didn't insert yourself into so many other people.
No, I think that keeps you young. Anyways, do we know where we're going?
I found some wild cucumbers.
If we follow this road, we'll hit the sea in like a day or two.
But we're looking for a door.
Oh, shite, yes we are.
Remember, we are facing ghouls and undead. Clearing out a
Yeah, we are.
passage. Yeah, I didn't forget.
Titus will lean over to Annelisse. He has a problem with the undead.
Like a personal problem or just like a generic, oh no, the undead?
Yes and no. To both, actually.
Okay.
Reasonable.
It's not my story to tell.
Peanut is just trotting along beside Lucy, and every so often he runs off to sniff a flower, and he takes a big old sniff and then stands up, looks at all of us, and sneezes.
Oh, bless you.
And then just stares at us as though the party has caused his misery.
You did this to yourself.
Barf.
No rolling, but I would say, Annelisse, you do remember that you're supposed to head south to the foot of certain of hills towards the center of Naze, where you're supposed to find a ruined temple. You know it is a rather lengthy travel, not too long, but it will take you a few days, especially by foot. You can get closer via main road. It is a road that many people travel, merchants, people going from place to place, just anyone that needs something. So you would know that because you have worked with Ferenz and he has given you the information to all of you, but in case you didn't remember, you also feel that kind of like the weight of that folded piece of paper in your pocket that he gave you.
Yeah, so this is obvious. This is like the easiest way to go. I mean, like it's where like all the merchants and stuff go, but we might have to be careful because there are still a few things out in the woods that are not so friendly. I don't think we should come across any of those guards again down here, luckily, though I think we're a bit too far away for that to happen. So we should be okay, but don't know about the rest of you. I am quite tired. Do you want to maybe find somewhere, make camp, have rest before we carry on?
I'm okay to keep going, but if you all need to rest or craft your little trinkets, that's fine.
I would like to take some time to do some crafting before we head into ghoul-infested pits.
My name is Titus.
Not you today, but you know.
Okay, well, it's been a little while since I've come down this way, but I do remember there was a bit of a clearing around here that's got a bit of cover over it. We could camp there for the night. We should be quite safe, and yes, that's maybe best option. I have some food. I mean, I don't think I have any food actually. That was a lie. I have alcohol. It's like foods, but in liquid form.
I'm sure Titus can rustle something up for us. I'll help. Just don't ask me to cook it. I don't do that.
I have a stew recipe we can use.
Anything in particular you wish for me to try and acquire? This side of the region, pheasant, deer.
Chocolates.
I'll go to the nearest jungle and produce some cacao beans for you, darling.
You're the best. Thank you.
I think I have some wine in here. I think that pairs with venison. We could make this really a really nice meal.
We can zhuzh it up a little bit with some wild garlic and flame broiled venison in a pound. If y'all would make camp, like, close by, I'll find you. And Titus will pull the bow off his back and start walking into the wood, like, wherever there's, like, a clearing of woods.
Peanut, go with him. Peanut will trot on after Titus to go help.
It is not hard to find small spaces off the side of the road where people have clearly made camp before. You can and even see a bit down the ways, maybe another small light, far away enough. Excuse me, from you, where other travelers wouldn't be an issue. And you can start setting up camp. Titus, if you are going to go hunting, please roll me a survival roll.
Sure. Would I get advantage because Peanut's here?
It's Peanut trained in survival.
No, but he is very good at stealth, so he could be rustling things out of the underbrush for Titus.
Okay.
16.
Okay, at 16, that's not bad. With Peanut's help, especially with his small frame, he's able to get into the underbrush. And while you may not find venison, you do catch a few hares. Roll me a d6. Okay.
4.
You're able
Or
to
3.
catch 3 really nice fat hares, and not venison, but a nice rabbit stew will satisfy. And peanut sauce, you also find some nice like wild herbs and wild garlic to combine with that.
Oh, no. That's onion. You cannot have onion, little guy.
A wild garlic makes him sneeze.
Yeah, you just hear him from an underbrush like. You're about to catch a 4th hare, but it got scared away by Peanut sneezing. It does take you about an hour or 2 while you're sitting and hunting. Meanwhile, the rest of you can find a nice spot to lay. You are given a basic, sleeping rolls should you need, and you do have tinder if you'd like to make a fire. So as you settle down, Anthony, are you preparing anything?
He'll make the fire and make the cauldron, what have you, water boiling. So when Titus comes back with the food and stuff, he'll already be ready to go. He'll kind of set his alchemy stuff off to one side away from the main fire, but kind of start making stuff like that. So he'll have time to work on his potions and get those ready while he's kind of minding both the dinner pot and the alchemy at the same time.
Why don't you go ahead and taking your time as you're mining the pot and making your potions, maybe a crafting roll.
28.
Perfect. Amazing. And you did spend some money on crafting, so you are close to finishing these potions that you set up. So sorry. Had a burp. Let me double check crafting rolls because I'm still learning. But in the meantime, as I check this, Annelisse, what are you doing as you settle down?
Annalise is going to, she'll like help get things like the fire and stuff started, and basically as people start to settle down doing their own thing, she'll just probably find a little spot and she will double check that piece of paper again, just having a quick look at it, just trying to maybe understand a bit more about what's actually happening. And she'll just start analyzing the image that's on there. Like, what does it actually look like? Like, does it look like her with this sort of like long curly hair, or?
As you sit by the campfire and you look at this piece of paper, you see a drawing that resembles you. It's not exactly to detail, but it does have the your long, more curled, full hair. It is just a picture of a portrait of your face, a very straightforward look. And while some details are slightly off, it does mostly resemble you. It does not have a name. It does have a reward. And you see that it does it 500 gold, wanted for illegal activities and smuggling underneath.
Okay.
Can I ask Annelisse to roll a perception check?
You can.
Go ahead, roll a perception check for me, Annelisse.
Where is my sheep? That's a 15.
That's cute. Lucy comes up behind her and just seemingly out of nowhere while you're lost in thought, her head is suddenly just right next to yours. What did you do? Did you murder someone?
No, nothing bad, just it's one of these things, they like, oh, that elven bard did something, and before you know it, your face is everywhere. It's nothing, honestly. Don't have to worry about it.
Well, you seem to be worried about that you're still staring at yourself, unless you think that you're very pretty, in which case, then you're just self-absorbed.
I mean, I'm definitely a little bit self-absorbed. Let's go for that one, actually. I feel like that works better for this.
So what did you do? Who did you piss off? Anyone that we know?
No one that you know. Like, it's long time ago. It's nothing. I'm sure it's all good. And she's like trying to like close it almost as if to try and like hide what the actual words are on it. She's probably not doing a very good job of this either.
Just kind of crunching it as she.
Yeah, she's kind of like trying to hide because I'm making the assumption that the Kyra's maybe seen the wanted reward, but the words underneath, she's kind of like crunching that almost as if to kind of hide that part.
Can I try and take it out of her hands? I want to do that Looney Tunes, like, I've suddenly taken your wallet bit.
So I will say you can both make opposing dexterity rolls.
Okay, what's my straight dex? Okay. Lucy rolled a 19.
I rolled a 18.
It is close, Annelisse, as you try to move the paper away, and quick as lightning, both of you see Kira's hand swipe at you, and you're trying to swipe it away, but the edge of the paper gets caught in her hand, and she slips it from your grasp.
I'll say that Annelisse in this sort of like attempt, because she's behind her, isn't she? She'll kind of like almost like roll back down, like onto her back as Kyra has the paper, and she's like on the ground looking up as Kyra is actually being able to read the paper.
A smuggler? Ooh, what did you steal? Were you smuggling people out of there? Was it the diamond? Please tell me it was something shiny. Please tell me you didn't just like try to smuggle food. That's so boring.
Unfortunately, it is not overly exciting. It was fell. Pretty much what I was doing when I met you. I smuggle people.
No.
Smuggle people through the paths that they are no longer able to cross.
Well, that's slightly more interesting, but would have been more fun if jewelry was involved.
I mean, jewelry has been involved, but I mean, I guess that was a past life. A life that I miss.
Well, here you go.
Maybe you just keep this between us for now. Previous people I have been with, as soon as they realize that people are looking for me, they end up being like, oh, don't want to be with you or be associated, but
A few people also try to turn you in to collect the bounty.
Well, then maybe you should be more careful about who you're talking about your past with.
perhaps I should. But I think a group of people who seem to be from a different time and don't quite understand what is happening here probably need me just as much as I need them right now.
Or I just need to find a more gullible fool.
Brace of conies here.
Titus, you're back.
She'll like shoot like a side eye over to Kyra. Maybe not as jokily as she's been up till now, and she'll give her like a look, and then she'll just carry on over to Titus.
As you come back, before we continue, Anthony, you can mark off another day of your crafting. I believe this would be your second day.
Cool.
But continue. You come back with spoils. You're muted.
Would have gotten a fourth one, but rabbits, you know.
It happens. And how did my little Peanut do?
Very
Peanut comes bounding to you, just sitting at your feet, just getting like, I did good, Mom. I did good, Mom.
Lucy
You
just-
can't hear it anymore, but
Lucy just leans down and just smushes his little face. For those who may be joining us for the first time, Lucy has a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel dog, which is a blink dog. Normally, he is pink and blue galaxy colors because he is directly from the Feywild. However, there was some vegetable dye shenanigans that happened, and we have turned him into a more normal reddish-brown color. Fly under the radar a little bit. Still best boy.
Mhm. Best boy.
Well, this is perfect. Yeah. And she'll like rummage through her bag, and can I just say that she has a wineskin full of wine?
Oh yeah, that's not
Yeah.
an issue.
I feel like she's gonna like it's probably the only things that she prioritizes is alcohol. Not condoning this, actually. Should I say?
We're all adults. It's okay.
It's a game. And she'll pull out a wineskin and she'll like pop it open, and then she'll take a swig and just like start passing it around. Vine, anyone?
After I'm finished prepping these, thank you.
Lucy, aka Kira, will take a long swig of it and just go, "Oh, I miss the whiskey back home."
That's funny. I'll find you some whiskey. I know a few places.
Okay. Anthony, do you want wine?
I think he kind of reaches for it, takes it, and then just passes it back to Annelisse.
So
I'll
it's
have
just
more
us then. Okay.
He kind of motions to his alchemy set. After alcohol and explosives do not mix, that is a rule we establish now. Turns to Kyra.
He's so boring with all his rules.
Kyra, do they think there's going to be wine left at the end once they're finished doing their things?
I think so.
Oh, they're going to be so disappointed.
Yeah, he's traveled with me for a very long time and he still does not understand the first thing about me. Passes it back after another long swig.
See his mind's trying to switch from the engineer scientific side to the more practical, like just everyday conversation side. Then he gives up halfway through and goes back to his science.
You see that journey that his face just took there? He was deciding whether or not he wanted to talk with us. Well, whether or not he wanted to deal with me. It happens quite a lot. It's really fun when we get back home if we get him in his workshop and you just ambush him in the middle of a project.
What is the best project that you've ambushed?
One time he was working on his large mechanical man.
A large mechanical man? What was this for?
Anatomically correct.
It was very anatomically correct. What was it called? It was called a forged something? What was it, Anthony?
He sits up and turns around. You interrupted me during a medical procedure that will further progress the peoples of a god. It was a warforged. Turns
He was working on the bicep.
So you interrupted him while he was working on his sex doll.
Essentially, yes.
That's so much
No.
fun.
Oh, I can also show you where he keeps all of his black powder. He thinks I don't know, but I do know.
Black powder. Oh, there is so much fun we could have with that. You know, I did hear about a story once of like someone using black powder to like overthrow a huge government. That was like, I don't know like what it was called again. I mean, I think there's a tradition now. They like burn dummies of this person, but we should do that.
Was it the 5th of November?
That does ring a bell. I do remember that.
Gunpowder, treason, and plot.
I like to use it to burn my name into people's front yards. It's fun.
At this point, you're going to have a lot of names.
Titus has dumped off a bunch of rabbit bits into a stew pot, and he's walking over to Peanut with a little bowl of like the stuff, like the heart and intestine stuff, and just
The
drops it
giblets.
down. The giblets.
Yeah.
For the mighty hunter.
Scarfs it all up.
Yeah. She's just happy.
Anthony looks exasperated as he's starting to pack away his stuff.
Now you see
Not
that look.
sex
That look you will
dolls.
see a lot. That is the look he gives me all the time.
As after Anthony finishes packing, Titus will hand him a tankard.
What is this?
You take it.
Yeah, he kind of just holds it.
Can you make me a dexterity saving throw?
21.
I imagine the tankard itself is sealed on top of the metal lid with a hinge. The hinge pops open the lid, and there is just this confetti of ropes and chains that spring up and outward. Oh, you know what? I thought you were going to look in.
He kind of looks to the tank and looks to you. It's loose as he hands it back.
I'll be glad I didn't give you the caltrop one.
I still want that one.
Is it a hair trigger? As he takes the tankard back and starts examining it.
Delayed, actually.
Oh.
I had very little to work with in the base.
And that's fair. He will... If you leave him alone with it, he will try to start taking it apart to see how it works.
Yeah, it's fine. I've got a couple more. Dinner should be ready in a few minutes if you wish to wash up or do whatever you want. I'm going to take a quick stroll in the forest.
Want any company?
No, it'll be fast.
Fine.
I don't think you're going to want to be around for this one.
Pertinent, that's the word. As he kind of figures it all out, puts it all back together, and hands it back to Titus. Okay, there you go.
Morfine.
Marthine.
Titus, you start your quick stroll through the forest. Other than necessities, are you doing anything else specifically?
He walks a few, like, maybe 100 feet away from camp, so no one can hear. But he will take out his bow, some arrows, and find, like, a tree. Puts a piece of parchment on it, and then just begins to shoot at the target over and over again.
You make a survival roll, just quick for me. Okay, 25. You're able to find, and you are staying near a clearing, and you're able to find a place deep enough where it won't cause too much noise to your friends who are camping not too far behind. And you sit there with the list on a tree, your arrows just flying like hitting their mark. Make me a perception roll.
14.
You notice as you are going back to retrieve the arrows from the tree, not too far behind the tree, there's a little spot full of underbrush and bushes, and you see a leather strap coming out of one.
He'll walk over, quizzical look on his face, and kind of reach into the bush and grab the strap.
You grab the strap of the leather strap under the brush, and it takes a bit of a tug. It seems whatever it is stuck, but eventually you wrestle it free, and you find this old bag. Like a satchel. It has seen better days, but it's been well taken care of. The leather is supple and conditioned. Has a few scratches, a bit of a fix-up here and there, but it seems perfectly fine.
He'll run a hand along the outside of the bag to see if there's any, like, traps on it.
Yeah. You can go ahead and make me a... We'll
Could I deal with crafting because I am specialized in snares?
Yes, I will allow crafting because you're specialized in snails.
In snails.
And snails.
Did you know that when snails mate, they jab each other in the head? 8. Yeah.
It doesn't seem trapped or anything. It's a quick, just like little metal hook lock.
Well, if it's not trapped, flip.
Inside, you see that underneath the flap, the main flap, has been drawn on with, not drawn, but it has been embroidered with some nice, delicate work depicting leaves and flowers. It does have a bit of weight to it, so there is something or some things inside. But you don't notice anything off about it. You just open it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Rummaging through it, you find a tightly packed change of clothes, a few copper and silver pieces. I would say you find 8 copper and maybe 5 silver, some tinder, water skin, and a note.
Oh, they swiped right a lot on this. Found a tinder.
Mm-hmm.
He'll flip open the note to read it.
You flip open the note and it reads, I will send more next time. I should be home soon in about a week's time before I leave again. Hopefully the next shop pays better. See you soon. Love always. Lyria.
Is the name familiar to me? It sounds like it should be. No, we've never met anyone named Larry, have we?
Roll a society check.
Society. Eight. I'll use a hero point to reroll it.
If you'd like, yes.
No, that's the wrong button. 19.
The name Lyria doesn't necessarily ring a bell to you. But you do find inside a little necklace that has a flower pendant. You're not sure if this is just a random person's bag or who this may be, but it seems that they were writing to someone. They may have been sending money. It's just a lost bag.
What did the make of the traveler clothes? Is it more femme presenting, more masculine?
A bit more feminine. It is a bit smaller than you and thinner, but there are some skirts and pants in there, so it does have a bit more of a feminine touch to it.
And this bag is like super well worn. Like, has it been abandoned here, or?
It has been well worn, like it's been used often.
Okay.
There's a bit of dirt and scratches from where it was sat, but it doesn't seem like it's been here too long.
Well, I feel like a right git. He'll put the note back in the bag, put all the clothes back where he found them, and kind of try and latch the bag back up and slide it back in the underbrush.
As you do that and you slide it under the underbrush, you come out and you feel a slick substance on your hand.
He looked down.
In the light of the moonlight, you see a dark red liquid stain your hand.
Fresh?
It's mixed with dirt. You're not entirely sure, but it's not as fresh as someone that just got stabbed tonight. Maybe it's been there a day or two.
He'll peel back the brush to see if there's like a trail.
You peel back the brush and you see a spot of blood near to where you can tell that the bag has been left there, or lost or dropped. You're not sure. And you do see further along the distance a few drops of blood. You have been trained to track things, so off the bat you're able to see this even in the low moonlight. It's hard to make out how far it goes, but you do see every so often just a few drops of blood.
Oh, bollocks. He'll peel back the underbrush and step over it to follow the blood.
Okay. While you're doing that, the rest of you, are you just sitting having dinner?
Yeah.
Okay. You sit, talking around the campfire, having some drinks. Anthony, as you work through your potions, you start seeing the once clear, or maybe a bit muggy, with all the herbs that you've added, liquid, turn a darker reddish color, meaning that it's working. Your potions are turning and acquiring the healing properties of all the herbs and parts that you have put in, and there's a bit of a sense of pride in you. And it will take a few more times to get these all refined and concentrated enough to work, but you are well on your way. As you're all sitting down, you do notice that Peanut's just sitting at the edge, looking off to where Titus left, almost as if waiting. Make me a survival roll, Titus.
Come on, I'm so good at these. 10.
10. Eventually, as you continue, the brush gets a little thicker and the trail gets harder to follow, and you kind of lose it a little bit.
What are the odds? What are the odds? What are the odds? What are the odds? God, this is gonna be stupid. Hello? Is anybody here? Are you hurt?
In the silence of the night, you feel your voice louder than you're used to with how quiet things are. Make me a perception check.
I'm supposed to be good at these too. 19.
Okay. It's off in the distance, but you hear a a quiet noise. They're not exactly words, you're not entirely sure.
Bow drawn, knocks an arrow, starts to investigate.
As you continue to investigate, the closer you get, you hear your footsteps snapping certain twigs. You hear the sound of leaves moving. And as the trees clear and the light of the moon shines upon the land, you see behind some bushes near a river that seems to be running a bit dry, the figure of a hand.
Stows the bow away, arrow, pulls out a dagger instead, and he'll just slowly approach, like giving it a wide berth.
As you move around this brush, you do see a figure on the ground.
How are they?
So far, they are not moving. From your distance, you don't see much of anything.
Please no zombie jump scare, please no zombie jump scare. And he'll walk over to the body and kind of tentatively reach down for their neck to check pulse.
Okay, make me a medicine roll.
I am not so great at these, I can admit. 11.
With an 11, you don't feel a pulse. And as you look down, you see the face of an older woman, maybe in her, not older as in old, but just maybe in her mid to late 30s. Adventuring clothes or traveling clothes, pants and shirts on. You can see that her side has been filled and stained with a dark pool of blood. Dry now. Her eyes glazed over, and she seems to have an envelope clutched in her hands.
With the butt end of his dagger, he just pokes her once, pokes her twice. If she doesn't move, he'll reach for the note and grab it.
You poke her, and she does not move.
Okay. He'll reach a hand for the note and try and take it from the hand.
Yeah. You reach a hand for the note. Make me a perception check as you look over the body and take the note.
18!
18. I would say with your history, you do notice she's bereft of any jewelry or anything that embellishes her hair or her ears. She seems human. You also notice a clear demarcation on one of her fingers that
It denotes a ring.
insinuates she had a ring on her hand at some point. But you take the note. It's an envelope. It is bloodstained, but it has dried by now. And it takes a moment, but you're able to take it off her hands.
I'll begin to read the note.
Yeah. It says, "To my dearest Lyria, your hard work has been paying off. The children have been getting what they need. I know that work takes you far away from me, but I hope you return to me soon, safely. Much love, Daniil."
So this is Lyria.
This is Lyria.
Oh. I'm sorry for whatever happened to you. He'll tuck the note into a back pocket and... Oh, boy. Titus is gonna be gone for a few hours.
Mm-hmm. As you all sit around the campfire, you eventually notice it's getting very late, and your friend has not come back. And you see Peanut kind of getting up, moving around in a circle, sitting down again, moving up, getting around in a circle, sitting down again as he looks out to where Titus has left, seemingly worried about Uncle Titus.
All right. Well, I'm going to go find out where the little chucklehead has gone. Anyone? Care to come with me?
Do you have your torch?
No. Why do I need a torch?
Looks to the sky. I don't know. A bit dark.
Are you coming or no?
Well, I'm already up and ready. Let's go. As he stands up, feels the food bones crack into place. Let's go.
Annelisse will kind of like finish the last drops of wine out of this wineskin to be like, yes, okay, let's go save your friends from the monsters that are in this area. Did I mention the monsters before we walked out here? I'm sure I did.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
I did. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If he's dead, I get his
that.
valuables. Let's go.
Deal.
Okay, let me grab my weapon. Loot. Okay, let's go.
Lucy will whistle to Peanut and say, all right, well, show us where he went.
Without needing much encouragement after that, he bounds off into the tree line. Again, it's not super dense forest, but there is a cluster of trees in a little area. And you see him immediately put his nose to the ground. And you can roll a perception check for Peanut. I believe he does get advantage with anything that has to do with smell.
Let me look at his stuff. What did you want? Survival? What did you ask for?
Yeah, let's do survival.
Okay. It's 15, 18.
So you follow Peanut, and you do see a few. He does take you to a little clearing when you see a few arrows stuck in a tree. Beyond that, he follows further, and you see a bag that's been left out in the open, worn, used. And he starts sniffing around that and follows further on. Eventually, he does lead you to an opening in the trees. And you see... Make a perception check for me, you. If you are leading this with Peanut.
20... 22. Sorry, I had to do mental math.
No, that's fine. How does Lucy, now Kira, find Titus at the moment?
Next to a mound of dirt. Essentially, he's made a shallow grave, and he's just sitting next to it, looking out at the nearly dried water. And he's kind of like absentmindedly tying two sticks together with some twine to make like a small grave marker.
Everything okay here? Someone didn't attack you, did they?
No, if someone had attacked me, I wouldn't have put in the effort to make a grave for them.
Well, I mean, they always say to leave the forest better than you found it, so...
No, found a body.
Is it the body that belongs to this? And Lucy holds up the bag that you hid earlier.
Yeah, I think so. Something attacked them on the road, and they made it this far out. I thought the decent thing to do was to at least bury them so that no scavengers got to their bodies.
That's fair. Did you determine what killed them? Monster? Person? Dagger? Teeth?
Person, I believe. They were looted by the time I got to them. Signs of the times. This neighborhood's going to hell.
Well, it is the woods.
Bit more caution then.
Yes. We should sleep in shifts tonight. Did they have anything at all useful on them?
Just the bag and the clothes on their back.
No. Okay. Who wants what?
Not now, Kyra.
If not now, when? This is a practicality thing. It's very sad someone died, I get it, but I don't know them. And they have things that could potentially be useful for us. So either we divvy up the things now, or we do it later. But either way, yes, it's still sad.
Lots of women clothing, so you can split that between you and Annelisse if you wish.
Lucy will open the bag and start pulling things out. Oh, no, I do not want this. Here, you take them. And she hands you all of the skirts.
What do you think I want to wear the dead girl's skirts?
Then sell them? Do you want me to sell them?
You can sell them.
Okay, fine, I'll sell them. I'm keeping the shirts, though.
I am a little confused about what has actually happened here. I mean, like, yes, there are bad things in the woods. There are, like, monsters and creatures and undead and, really mean guards. But this is different. This is like,
This is a highway robbery. Simple and plain. Nothing more, nothing less.
Technically, this
Murders-
is even less than what we did to that rich guy.
This makes me feel uneasy. It is that this is like a petty crime thing that I know that the rest of you have been gone for, well, you've not been gone for a while. It's more that you have missed a lot of what has happened. Most of the things that happen now are because of the guards and everything that's happening in Kakalish, but this feels different.
Are you
so
not
there's
used to
people out
robberies? Are you not used to murder on the road? This is as normal as the day is long. This is our world.
Unfortunately. And if a guard did it, then it's even more on point. A cab.
It just doesn't. It doesn't sit right with me. I mean, obviously, what has happened is bad, but it feels like there is something else going on here. I mean,
Annelisse.
yes.
It doesn't sit right with any of us. It's sad that she died. But what are we going to do about it now? Dig up the dead woman and say, "Hi, we're here to help you. Let us resurrect you with the magic that we don't have." Sometimes you just have to compartmentalize these things and continue moving forward. Otherwise, someone will sneak up on you and stab you in the side. And as she says this, she gets close to Annelisse and just pokes her in the side with her finger. I get what you mean, but at some point, you just have to keep moving forward. That's how you survive.
If there are people out here and they are stabbing people, no matter what they're doing, when everything went to shit, okay, when things got taken over and when we started not being able to do what we used to do, to use our magic, there was almost like this thing where the people that were suppressed by all of this almost banded together. This isn't. I haven't seen this in
isn't
a
our
time.
fight, Annelisse. We are not avengers to this woman. We are her grave markers, and that's it. We cannot avenge this woman.
Although, if we do find her attackers, that means they might have some better weaponry, so we should take care of them. But we should not seek them out.
If they find us, sure. But we are not seeking them out.
No.
Well, you can do what you like.
I
But
usually
I
do.
intend on finding who did this. This is not normal for me. Not anymore. It used to be. It used to be normal. This just doesn't seem right. I got to keep an eye out. Why this woman? What were they after? She doesn't seem like she had anything. The only thing people may have when they don't have anything physical is information. What did she know? Who was she?
You think
I
an
just-
awful lot about people.
Well, yes.
Take it from someone who had to kill and steal to survive for a very long time in her life. It's just a robbery. Until someone tries to rob us, it's not our problem. And if they do try to rob us, don't worry. We'll take care of them.
I'm sure you will. And with that, Annelisse will prod Kyra in the ribs.
At this point, Titus has sunk the grave
Oh
marker
shit, she's rolling a
in,
dice.
and
Can we do a dex challenge again?
Yeah, do a dex challenge. Let's do
Bring it,
reflex.
bitch.
Go ahead.
What's reflex? Okay.
It should be on your main sheet.
So it's
Okay.
reflex.
That's the proper thing.
I don't have reflex.
It's
Unless I'm missing.
Main sheet, main page on the left-hand side, underneath perception rolls.
Yeah, fortitude,
Oh.
reflex, and will.
That's a okay. It was a 14 with a plus 10.
dice hate us today.
They really do.
What
Go
you
on
got?
then. What you get?
I rolled a natural 20 with a plus 8.
So as Annelisse tries to,
can I narrate
yeah.
this?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say
Yeah.
like what happens as she tries to poke your ribs.
Yeah, as she tries to do it, she thinks she's being quicker than Lucy, but there is just a hand that shoots out, grabs her wrist, and twists it up.
You passed my test. Good girl.
Nice save. Let's go.
Yeah, Titus sinks the grave marker in, stands up, dusts his hands off. He'll reach into the bag for that locket and take the 2 letters that he has and just wraps the locket around them and pockets them.
Definitely do that. Are you taking the bag with you?
Yeah.
You have an extra bag.
Oh, by the way, Kira, Lucy, there's a couple of copper pieces in there. You could probably use those for chocolates in the next town.
Oh, good.
Come on, you 3. Kind of usher them back towards the camp.
What?
Oh, we're going like as fast as we can.
How drunk are you, Annelisse?
I'm not drunk. I am warm.
Quite drunk then.
Yes, and anyways, don't rush me. I have new feet in my boots. Takes a while to get used to them. New teeth, too.
Are they
Not a fan.
pointy?
No. Passing as human.
Wait, so you can like theoretically you could like grow other parts?
Would you care to see?
Yep, both of you. He kind of cuts the back of your nets and just kind of pushes you towards the camp.
See, I told you it was fun to make him uncomfortable.
God, this is fun. This is fun. I got to yes, okay. I want to see, but I feel like maybe now not the time.
So as you head back to camp, the stew is eventually made after a few hours, and you're able to partake in eating and more drinking. It's a pretty good stew with the help of our resident little herb finder, Nut. Are you taking watches for the night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the night. I was like, but the dead lady didn't have anything on her. How are we supposed to take a watch?
I don't know, make another dead lady and take their watch.
So Cavernels still follow the same rules as D&D when it comes to sleeping and meditating. So Anthony still just needs the 4 hours.
4 hours, yeah.
I checked.
Mm-hmm. So, what is the order of watches? Since Anthony, you can take a 4-hour watch, and that will mean that we'll have 2 other sets of watches, whether it's with just one person or multiple people. It's up to you all.
Yeah, are we doing are we going to do like pair watch together? Like, just in case? What are we thinking?
No, you can do the last 2. I only need 4 hours of sleep. Or rest. Meditation. Meditation, there we go. Got there.
Okay. I'll take the first one.
Dealer's choice. Would you like the second or third?
I'll take the second.
Ah, that's the chump's choice.
Which one are you taking?
I have to take the third, which is also the chump's choice.
I mean, you could just sleep through the night.
That just doesn't sit right with me. Everyone doing their fair share of work. Turning to Annelisse, I call the second and third watch the chump's choice because you have to wake up and then go back to sleep again.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. That does make sense. Well, I mean, like, if we take those ones this time, that means next time we don't take those ones, we take, like, the good ones.
First and
Like, the last one. Oh, no, the first
last.
one's a good one.
First one's a good one. You're already awake.
Damn.
It's like
Please
I've
don't
been
mess with my
adventuring for a
sleep
while.
schedule.
Do you sleep? I thought you
No.
crossed.
I'm aware of this. I stopped dreaming 6 months ago. It's driving me up a wall.
Like
Oh, you need to
8
find
years
better
and 6 months
aspirations.
ago. Okay, so we can all settle down. Kira, as you take the first watch, with Peanut by your side, little snores at your feet, please make me a perception check.
16?
16. With the 16, late into the night, you hear the sound of the wind rustling the leaves behind you and the small copse of trees. You do see and hear a few rickety wagon wheels that do pass by in the night on the main road. It seems some people are still traveling through the night. But you don't notice anything out of order as you sit and watch this new area. You do get a bit of a chill as the night gets colder. And it might bring up memories of your time when you visited the colder, snowy mountaintops in Aloria. Spent some time with Jack. Or the cold nights traveling with your group in days past. But as you sit there watching, reminiscing, you're able to relax as Peanut softly snores next to you.
Lucy, relax. I don't think so.
Yeah. You're able to relax, quote unquote.
I'm sorry. My character has ADHD. You think she's just sitting there relaxing? Yeah, no. She'll just vibe with Peanut and then wake Annelisse if nothing unusual happens.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up.
I don't want to wake up. Waking up sucks. You wake up.
I'm already awake. It's your turn. Do you want to keep
Hey.
sleeping?
No, I'm up now. It's fine. Like, was there anything bad? Any monsters?
Oh, yes, there were terrible, horrible monsters in the night.
Oh, tell me about the monsters.
They had big, black, really nasty claws, and they came out at me, and I protected you from them all.
Ah, my hero.
Try not to
Okay.
die.
Right, I'm awake. Go sleep.
Lucy will go take a spot over by Titus and pull her cloak up around her and snuggle with Peanut for the night.
Mm-hmm. Can definitely do that. Annelisse, you sit by the remains of a low campfire. Please roll me a perception check.
Uncle Doctor. Oh, that was a nat 1 for a 9. Do you know what? Should I re-roll that? I feel like I should re-roll that.
It's up to you.
I think it'd be more fun not to re-roll that. I'm not going to re-roll that.
Okay. So, Annelisse, you sit. Would you say you're facing the road? I'll leave that up to you.
Yes.
As you sit facing the road, thinking about what you just encountered in the forest and a bit of a disagreement with your party and how you felt about it, you sit thinking, watching the road. You don't notice anything past it. You hear a few rushes of small animals in the bushes and the trees behind you, but it's a bit of a boring night. You spend an hour, two, just kind of sitting there. Does Annelisse get bored quite easily?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
So as you do so, you get bored, you kind of maybe get up, shake your limbs out, walk around, and there's some leftover food. You hear the soft snores of Peanut with Kira. One or two of your other friends moving, maybe having a active dream. And as you go, your watch ends, you go to wake up Titus.
She'll come over and she'll kind of like nudge Titus a little bit, just gently, like with her foot. Like, hey, it's your turn. You gonna wake up?
Titus is a back sleeper, so from underneath Annalise, you just see Titus's eyes open up, and he just sits.
Oh, but that's alarming. Okay. Well,
I'm sorry.
I guess you look ready to go keep us all safe for the next little while. I hope you're not hungry. I ate the rest of the food.
No, I think I'm fine. I think I still
cool.
have some hot tack in my bread. If you hear any crunching, that's me.
I
Or-
won't. I'm tired. I'm going to like be out of it. I hope we don't get attacked because ain't nobody waking me up.
So you sleep like the dead then.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, Annalise.
Good night. And she'll go and just, I don't know, collapse wherever her bedroll was.
You make me a last perception check.
Would Anthony also be awake?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Right. Okay. Last perception check. Let's do it.
27.
27. Yeah.
You have developed a sense of your things as you travel, and you have traveled by yourself. And you know when your things are moved, and you notice your bag is arranged slightly different. And you also notice your loot is gone. It's a very nice loot.
It is a very nice loot.
Yeah.
Okay. We should go have a look at her bag and everything and see if she can figure it out. So look, is anything else gone? Or is it literally like just the loot's gone?
You look through your bag and you notice that your loot is gone. The dagger you had is gone. Along with some arrows, a water skin, some rations have been taken, and your money's gone.
Great. Wait, Anthony, Titus, there's, okay, so I was watching the road, because the road where things might come from, and like, most of my stuff is gone. Like my loot and my money, and, well, my loot, which I need to be able to protect myself and stuff, have you, anybody see where it went?
As I was tracing, Titus was sleeping, Cairo was sleeping, you were quite literally the only one awake, so in short, no.
Ah, shit.
Titus gets up from the fire and walks over to his bag and opens it up, checks inside.
You check inside. You find that some gold pieces, I would say about 10, are gone. Your rations have been taken. Some arrows.
Can I make a survival check to see if there are any footprints that don't belong to any of us?
You can. After we come back from break.
Yay! We got robbed!
Awesome. Everybody, don't go nowhere unless it's to grab a drink, grab a friend, or go to hypegoblin.com to check out the schedule for this show and others like it on my channel. Or go to patreon.com/the hypegoblin where you can join us for our after show seat at the table where we answer chat's questions. And, if you're watching in the future, we'll answer your questions as well. You will also get access to our Discord server that way where you can come hang out with us and, just talk nerdy things. And we will see you all in a little bit. Everybody wave. Bye-bye.
Titus, roll me a perception check.
Oh, okay, perception.
Or survival, because you're looking for tracks. We'll do the survival, sorry. It's my bad. You can keep the 16 and just add your survival.
22.
You don't see any tracks at all.
Shite. He'll walk over to Lucy and take a knee in front of her, not behind her, and he'll gently, shake her shoulder. Yeah, Lucy, we've been robbed.
What did you do?
I did nothing but wake up. Check your things.
I was having a good dream too. It was very sexy.
Oh, I'm sorry. But pressing issues at hand. Some things have been taken from each of us. Most importantly, Annelise's loot.
All right. She will start checking her things.
You start checking your things. Your things are all there.
My things are here.
Anthony pries open his bag,
Anthony, your things are there.
looks to Annelisse, looks to Titus, what did you two do?
We did nothing.
Why do you think that they did anything?
I literally just woke up, Pops.
My things are still here.
I don't know what to tell you. There are some things missing from myself. Something is missing from Annelisse.
What all is missing?
Well, my loot, like that's important. And rations.
Oh, your
rations.
musical instrument.
Yes.
I thought you meant loot, like LOOT, like
LUT.
treasure. Okay, that makes more sense.
Why? What is it with this language? Why do we have same word for different meanings? It's stupid.
I don't know.
Money and your musical instrument both the loot and the loot were taken from Annelisse.
Anyways, moving on.
Everything's
What?
taken.
Who did you piss off?
Thank you.
No one recently.
No one recently.
All right. Did you bring
Let's
all your
just-
things when we went to go check for Titus?
Yes. Well, no. I took my loot with me because, like, it's like my weapon.
Mm-hmm. Are you sure you didn't just set it down in the woods?
No, I did not set it down in the woods. You think that I set it down in the woods along with my rations and my money and, like, Titus's stuff? Come on.
I mean, I don't really know you all that well, so I had to ask.
You were with me. I had my loot. I had a whole skin of wine. But I had the loot. Like, I wouldn't have left that. It's like my baby.
All right, well, something took your things. Peanut. She will whistle for Peanut.
Just gives a big yawn and stretch and a little.
Oh, good boy. Do you smell anyone funny around camp? That's not mommy or them.
Make a sniff roll.
A sniff roll.
Yeah, a perception survival if he has it.
Let's see. Do they give a perception option for? No, he doesn't get perception. He can do stealth or survival. It's a 12.
He wakes up and you see his eyes are a little blurry and he sniffs around, looks at you.
You let them smell wild garlic again, didn't you? Looks at Titus.
Alright, what was that?
He's sneezing. You let them smell wild garlic, didn't you?
Yes.
He's allergic.
He should know better.
He's a dog.
He's very smart.
He's still a dog. All right. Well, did you try looking around already?
Not yet. Immediate camp, no other tracks besides ours.
Hang on, let me try something. Lucy's gonna cast one of her new spells. You adjust your magnetic polarity, plucking daggers from hands and coins from belts. The targeted objects fly to your location, letting you catch them easily in your hands or dropping to the ground at your position, at your discretion. Unattended objects fly to you automatically. If your target secured objects or those in another creature's possession, such as a sheathed weapon, you must attempt to disarm the creature of the metal objects, making a spell attack roll instead of an athletics check to do so. Instead of drawing the objects to yourself, you can polarize a single metal object within range, designing it as a lodestone and causing the metal objects to fly to it instead. The lodestone must be at least 3 times the total bulk of the targeted metal objects. Objects will stick to the lodestone for 1 minute, though they can be retched away with an interact action. Is there a, rock nearby camp large enough that I could use as a lodestone?
Yeah, I would say so. You have seen places around here that are made to be camp. So even your fireplace has a little rock wall around it,
Fabulous.
stones.
Lucy is going to use 2 actions to cast this. It has a range of 60 feet, and she is going to just say, "All right, everybody, hold on to your metal objects. I want to try this." And she's weird shit. And she is going to cast Magnetic Attraction, and it has a range of 60 feet. So she's going to try to pull anything metal to this lodestone, because money went missing, right?
Yes, money did go
So-
missing.
Arrows also did go missing. Just so you
Arrows also
know.
did go missing.
They did. Good luck.
It's flying out of a bedroll and just kind of attaches to this lodestone.
You cast this spell, Magnetic Attraction, I believe it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear Spoon gets stuck to the stone, and you hear a little crittering. A few pieces of money from your bags fly out and get attached to it. you find a bit ways away, 30-ish feet of use, a few other copper pieces that have been dropped at some point do fly to it, but nothing else.
Well, they're not within 60 feet of us.
Annelisse, how important is this loot to you?
Well, like it's like my main thing. It kind of defines me as a person. It's like my source of like income and defense and entertainment. So like
Titus
everything.
is already scooping up his bow, putting it around his shoulders, getting a quiver of arrows, sheathing a dagger. I'll check the perimeter.
Are you checking the lodestone, Kira?
Yeah.
Okay. You check the lodestone, and eventually something's dropped from it. In it, you do find a little brooch. Circular, small, that just has a little flower on it.
Does this belong to one of you? It's not mine.
And not mine either.
Did I see what direction it came from?
It came from that 30-ish feet behind you.
I think it came from that way. We could just start walking that way.
Right.
Well, I don't know where else to go.
No. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm
Okay.
just saying.
The way you said it sounded very dismissive.
I'm sorry. It's late and sleep has been a very big issue the last couple of days for me.
Same here. I want my bed. And I want Jack. And I want my bottles of whiskey.
And your chocolate bonbons. And
Mm-hmm.
Titus begins to recite everything Lucy has been complaining about the past couple of days as they've been traveling.
Just kind of pull soon off the lodestone and head towards where the money had come from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lucy will take everything that came off of it And give people-
from soon.
and give people back their items.
Yeah.
What is this brooch? Does it have any significance, like identifiers, any like family crest on it, or is it just like a really fancy decoration?
Make a society check.
$14.
It just looks like a decoration. It's not even extremely fancy. It's made out of copper. It's nothing specific. Doesn't have like a name or a crest or anything. It's just something that you could probably buy off of a vendor or a generic jewelry seller. Roll stealth, everyone.
16 for Titus.
27 for Lucy.
Dirty 20 for Annelisse.
14 for Anthony.
Overall, you pass the stealth check, and you're able to make your way back into the little copse of trees that you found. With having previously traveled it, you're able to make your way easily without stepping on any bushes or twigs or any debris, natural debris. And you eventually make your way back to where you had buried this person, and the half-dried river. Titus and Annelisse, you do notice that some flowers have been put on top of this mound. And as you continue, you make it to the riverbank of this half-dried river. It's a bit sad, but you can still see some. The water itself is a bit brackish and sour, but the rocks are still slick with water. Make a perception check, those that are leading. Or everyone, if you'd like.
21 for Lucy.
Okay.
What?
It's a high number for Lucy on her perception check.
Hey.
The nat 1 for a 9 for Annelisse.
21 for Anthony.
24 for Titus.
Hey, Annelisse, you are so very upset about your loot. This is a loot that you've traveled with for a long time. And it does have some special meaning to you. And that kind of clouds your perception of things as you're mourning the loss of it, hoping you can get it back. But as you follow your group, the rest of you see past the river, which is about a good 10-15 feet wide, a small light off in the distance.
Oh, do you think that's whoever took your things?
Only one real way to find out.
Hello, Annelisse? Hello?
Yes?
And Lucy will just
Sorry.
take her head and turn it towards the light.
Oh yes. Maybe perhaps that is where our things are. We should head that way then, I guess.
There aren't any Fae in this area, are there?
There are fair all over the world, so yes, but no.
Can I roll a check to see if this looks like a will-o-wisp light?
Yes, you can roll me an Arcana check.
25. I am rolling hot.
You are rolling hot. 25. You know what will-o-wisps are. You've been aware of them for a while, especially, like you said, your home was in a fate court for a while. This is not that small sparkle of will-o-wisps that tend to be a more bluish purple, and they do tend to come in clusters. So it's just a single, really low light.
Well, I don't think it's a will-o-wisp light, but it could still be someone trying to lure us in. They did only take some of our things, and not all of our things.
Want me to go check it out?
I'll go with you.
Righto.
What are you two going to do?
Find a safe passage across the river in the middle of the night.
I mean, it's mostly dried up.
Yeah. There's also, the possibility of freshwater crocodiles, snakes, bears.
In the water?
They like to fish.
You're not in a dense enough forest to have bears be an issue. It's mostly clearing with a few patches of trees.
Kangaroos, then.
Kangaroos.
Definitely kangaroos.
You know that we're in the wrong ecosystem for a crocodile, right?
I think they can live anywhere they want to live. They're a crocodile. Are you going to tell a crocodile where they can live? As he's kind of trying to find a more narrow path across the river.
Mhm.
Oh, good. He's back to being impossible. Wonderful. Okay, Titus, let's go.
I will go with Anthony just in case, he gets eaten by a crocodile.
Just remember, never smile at one.
Dibs on Soon.
Oh, yeah. Can we sell him for parts?
I like Soon.
Then he turns on his heel. You will not.
Try me.
If I didn't like Soon, yeah, sure, we'd sell him for parts, but I really like the little guy.
I'm fairly certain he stops working if Anthony dies.
No, he's not. Theory.
We're walking away.
Broke.
Why can we not smile at crocodiles? Like, I smile at
Because-
everyone.
Crocodiles have a natural predatory grin. You smile at a crocodile that invites them to attack you.
That makes no sense. So if I don't smile, they'll be like, oh, not want to
Yeah.
attack that person.
Basically.
Do you want to test this out first and I can watch, maybe?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
He's going to find the narrow path across the river so they can cross.
With a 25, you walk about 50 feet north, kind of back where you came from. Not the camp, but like towards Ladros. And you do find a closer space. Instead of being like 10-15 feet wide, it's maybe about 6-7 feet.
Mhm.
The water maybe will go up to like a little past your ankle.
You'll kind of pause and give a low, whippoorwill kind of whistle towards Titus and Kyra. Call them back towards this point.
What are Kyra and Titus doing as they went the other way?
Being stealthy little bastards.
Are you just crossing the river wherever you can find it, or are you trying to find another closer space to travel?
If it was dried out here, Kira would just try to go straight across.
Yeah, okay. You can do that. The water, again, it starts a little bit past your ankle, goes maybe to the mid-calf, but doesn't get deeper than that. It really has been dried for a bit here. But you're able to make it to the other side. A few tadpoles in your boots.
Want me to check your legs for leeches? Eyebrow wiggles.
If you'd like. You want me to say naughty things while you do it? Would that make it more fun?
We're on the job. We're on the job. I'll think about the offer later, though.
Annelisse and Anthony, you just see Kyra and Titus passing through the river.
You're lucky the snakes didn't get them. As he helps Annelisse across the drier spot and up the bank.
Thank you. You're so kind. This is much nicer than like how I normally travel.
How do you normally travel?
By myself.
Oh,
With my loot.
we'll get your loot back, hopefully. If not, we could always... As sentimental as your instrument is, we can help you pick a new one, should it come to that.
No.
Alright.
Nothing can replace my loot. This means too much.
Even if it was smashed to bits.
Even then.
Alright. I can help repair it. I'm pretty good with that.
It will be fine. It will not be smashed to bits. It will be fine. I will get it back. It means too much to me.
Of course.
Just straight off ahead.
So it's stealth at this angle. They've gotten the westerly angle.
That's fine. You know, I can like communicate with them if you want. Like, even if you just want to mess with them a little bit, I could do that too.
Yes. Dealer's choice.
Oh, don't leave the decision to me. I will just totally screw with them.
Yes. I mean, I'm okay with this on every level.
Do you want me to screw with them?
Yes. I've given you my permission 3 times at least.
Just sent a message to Titus. What's out that's behind you?
Titus turns around, handed a dagger.
You see that?
What are you doing?
Thought I heard someone say, "Look out behind you."
Did it sound like Annelisse? She has that message thing, you know. She used it on me. I think it's similar to sending.
Titus walks off the river and into the trees, knocks an arrow into his bow, pulls back, and just lets it rip so it lands at the feet of Annelisse and Anthony.
I don't think they found it funny.
I found it
Can we please
hilarious.
continue moving on? Let them get ambushed, not us.
Takes the arrow, stores it for later.
If he stores that arrow anywhere on his persons, could you rip it off of him? Maybe if it's on his pantaloons, it'll make it drop.
Can we please just get this over with? I am exhausted.
Right, sorry.
Not everyone here got to sleep.
And the trees here are a little bit more dense, a lot less than the ones before. It's almost like just a little spot of trees, and the light does get you do get closer to the light, and you're able to see that it's a little campfire.
Do we see anyone around the campfire?
Make a perception check.
Math numbers.
Sure is a number.
19?
This is like my 5th 16 on a perception check.
Now you know how those rolls feel.
Well, no, I don't, because it's above a 10.
I got that reference.
As you two perceive things, the other two, please make me survival rolls as you try to find again the spot of light. Not too difficult. But as you're doing those rolls, the two of you see a figure hunched over, kind of walking around. How close are you getting?
Within 30 would be fair.
30? Okay. and you just hear a humming with your survivals, Anthony and Annelisse. You eventually do see and hear the same thing from another side. A bit blocked by trees, but you do see a figure kind of hunched over, kind of walking to and from, humming.
Lucy will tap Titus on the shoulder, put a finger to her lips, and then point that way for him to go one way. And she is going to go forward and approach the person.
With a small pause, he will point 2 fingers at the person and then drag those 2 fingers across his neck with like a head tilt.
She'll shake her head with a no. Talking.
Shrug. And then he'll follow her direction to scoot off to the side.
Thought bubble above Lucy's head. I don't murder everything that I see.
Intrusive thought bubble. Maybe you should.
Titus, you eventually do come around to meet Annelisse and Anthony at the other side. But Kira, feel free to approach.
Excuse me, hello?
Oh, hello.
Hi, how are you?
You see an older gentleman with a cloak tattered at the edges, holding what seems to be a very chunky cat.
Oh, I like your cat. This is my dog. His name's Peanut. He likes
Are
cats.
they? Oh,
His best friend's a cat. Well, a shadow cat, but a cat.
Miss Elizabeth does not like dogs.
Oh. Peanut, go sit over there. And she'll point for him to go sit a little bit away, but not too far. Have you seen anyone else walking about these woods?
Who's asking?
Me.
And you are young.
Oh, you think I look young? Oh, I like you so much. Thank you so much. My friend, they're searching the woods as well. They may come as well. She lost her loot and some money. And I believe they took something from my other friend as well. I'm not sure what.
You were robbed. Highway robbery and highwaymen have been stalking these parts. I have Miss Elizabeth to keep safe, and I made sure that none have touched her.
Well, that's good.
She's a very beautiful and prized cat, and you see the cat as the light reveals, and is this quite very lovely, actually. This deep, cool gray, fluffy cat with the most beautiful green eyes that you've ever seen.
She is very pretty. Yes, I agree. But you haven't seen any robbers in these parts? We're looking for them.
Robbers? No, what is the opposite of a robber? Someone that gives. I've seen that.
Charity? Charitable
Kind of
people?
Yes. There's a person that came here, gave me some coin. They were quite nice.
What did they look like?
Oh, well, it was dark. They were about your height, a little taller. Do you include horns in height? I'm not sure.
I don't think so. I think you go from the top of the head.
From top of the head. Oh, they were about your height.
Okay.
I don't know what they were, but they were quite nice. Dropped a few coins in my little tree stump, and he'll point to a tree stump that's been hollowed.
Do you live here at the tree stump?
Maybe. Who's asking?
Oh, no, I am. It's just a very strange place to live. Well, not strange for most people. I knew an entire forest once. Technically, I knew the Fae who was in charge of moving the forest, but she was actually, I think she was the whole tree, which then the whole tree, the root system turned into the whole forest, and she was in her own little pocket dimension. Anyways, your stump is very nice.
Thank you. Miss Elizabeth here is a fairy.
She is?
Yes, very powerful one.
What does Miss Elizabeth do?
Be wonderful and keep me company. She keeps me safe.
Oh, that's good. Would you like some rations? I have a little bit of rabbit left from our dinner. Miss Elizabeth
of
would.
course. Would you like something in return? I've got nicks and knacks and trinkets and stuff.
I mean, I don't mind bartering. I'd be happy to look at your wares.
Oh, amazing. Do come in. Come in. And he'll usher you into the little, like, campfire.
Yeah, she'll come forward.
He like gently puts Miss Elizabeth down and says, "It's all right. They are friendly. It's all right," and pets her. And you just hear,
Hello, Miss Elizabeth. You're very, very pretty. Here's some rabbit jerky. Sorry. It's fresh, though.
she'll happily eat it up, and she bumps her head to your hand as you do that. And it is the softest fur that you have ever felt. Like, this cat is pristine, very well taken care of. Unlike this gentleman who seems, it is noticeable that he has been living in a little woodland area for quite some time.
Got that mountain man vibe going, huh?
Yeah, the big bushy beard. There's definitely some twigs in
Okay.
there. And he comes back with like a bag and a few things in one hand. What are you looking for?
Well, I don't think you have my friend's loot, but
No, I don't have any musical. I do have a mouth harp.
a mouth harp.
Yes. Would you like to hear it?
I would love to hear your mouth harp. How do you fit the whole harp in your mouth? I've never
It's
seen.
no harp. That's the trick. It's small, and he takes out this little metal instrument. It's flat. It's got a flat piece of metal, and he puts it with two hands. He puts it near his mouth, and you hear like the dong 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 dong.
That is very lovely, but I don't think my friend would have much use for that. Do you happen to have anything? I don't know. I like shiny things. I like jewelry. If you have some jewelry, little things like that. Anything that I can wear. I like things that I can wear.
Oh, I have something. It's very hard to find in these parts of the landlocked area. He goes back into the little tree stumps, and you hear him like rummaging. He's like, "Behold!" And he takes out a necklace. It is actually a very lovely necklace. It has a seashell, an open seashell in the middle with a pearl inside it. And it has little coral beads that decorate every other part that are separated by pieces of like clams that have been embedded with mother of pearl. They're a little misshapen, but they're very, very pretty, and they shine in the moonlight. Oh, it's getting close to sunrise, but in the light of the campfire, they shine very, very pretty.
Oh.
Seashells.
Those are very pretty. Where are they from? Do you not know?
I do not know. The sea.
That is all right. Yes, I would love. Would you like more payment or more jerky?
Oh, no. You know what? I'll give this to you with the same payment. You're a very lovely woman who just would look lovely. I could not pull this off, so it is all right. I'm not a pearl person myself.
Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it.
Of course.
The person
Yes?
who dropped you coin. Do you know which way they went?
That way.
Okay.
They point, and it's south, the direction you were going.
All right. I think I'll go find my friends and head that way. Maybe they've seen the person with my friend's booth.
Of course. And here, this is for you. And they'll take a little piece of parchment and give it to you. It's a very lovely portrait of Miss Elizabeth.
This is very pretty. Thank you so much.
I am sorry you have been stolen from. I hope it was not the kind person that gave me money, but if it was, like I said, they had some horns. They had like I think a dark green or blue skin. It's hard to tell in the night.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I'll go tell my friends, and I promise that I will keep this portrait safe. I hope we meet again one day.
Of course, you have been a very lovely lady. Do be safe.
You as
That
well.
portrait of Miss Elizabeth will keep you safe.
Thank you so much. Goodbye, Miss Elizabeth. It was a pleasure meeting you as well. Stay safe and keep your friends here safe as well.
She just kind of does like
Mhm.
scratches her ear.
Lucy will whistle for Peanut to follow her, and Peanut will take like the long way around since Miss Elizabeth doesn't like dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And she will start traveling south again.
And as you go away, he says, "See, Miss Elizabeth, we made some new friends. Aren't they lovely? Yes, yes. Oh, yes, they had very nice eyes." And they're just talking to the cat. But eventually, you find your friends again.
Oh, here you all are. Look, I got jewelry. I have less food now, though, but I have jewelry.
Beautiful.
Nice. What's
Full
the
of
deal?
jewelry is very pretty.
What do you mean, what's the deal?
What's their deal?
Oh, they have a cat.
Ah, okay.
That explains a lot, yeah.
Yes. But someone with horns and either blue or green skin was walking this way and gave them money. And might be the person who took your money. Also, I think the cat might be Fae, or that person just really, really thinks that the cat is Fae. Very pretty cat.
You can show them the little portrait of Miss Elizabeth.
Wouldn't want to chance it. We should double back to camp, grab the rest of our things, and try and track down this individual.
All right. What didn't you bring with you? I brought everything with me.
Oh, I brought everything with me as well. It turns to Anthony and Annelisse.
Points to his backpack. I'm good.
Opens up her empty backpack. I'm good.
Titus puts a gold piece in your backpack because he feels bad.
Do you want the portrait of Miss Elizabeth?
No.
Okay, fine. It's my portrait then.
Oh, there's the Ari snore.
You heard that time.
Yeah.
She is snoring.
Would you like a joke to hopefully cheer you up?
I will never say no to joke.
Why did the mermaid get rid of her seashells?
I don't know why did the mermaid
sorry.
get rid of... Oh,
Why did the mermaid collect some seashells?
I don't know. Why did the mermaid collect seashells?
Because she grew out of her bee shells.
So we're looking for an
It's bad.
individual with horns.
It's very bad. I feel like it's more funny to people without boobs.
A little.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't think they... Lucy leans into Annelisse. I don't think they understand exactly how expensive undergarments are.
Yeah, very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Very traumatizing to have to grow and buy new ones.
I mean, yours look like they might be more expensive than mine. You look like you have a bit more than I do there. Like it's like you've got a better. I'm going to stop. So yes, we should carry on and find our horny person with horns. Please, someone else talk.
Oh,
We're gonna go find a horny person.
I think we already found
the
one.
person.
I'm going to take myself to naughty corner, okay?
I'm gonna scoot on ahead to see if I can catch up with whoever this person is.
Take soon.
Do you want me to go with you?
Honestly, I'll be back for periodical check-ins.
Okay. Be safe.
I need to run. I need
Okay.
enrichment. I have the zoomies.
Go enjoy time in your enclosure.
Titus gets on a giant wheel and just runs on it for several hours.
Yes.
Stops, but the wheel keeps on going, so he spins around over and over again.
Let's sit on Titus's shoulder and kind of flicks him away.
Titus will throw his pack at you, actually. He'll move a lot faster without it on.
Right. Baby pack sit in front of him.
By the way, Kira, you can add to your inventory Portrait of Miss Elizabeth. And it will give you a reroll, a free reroll. As you continue on, how far ahead are you going, Titus?
He'll move like 100 feet and then wait for people to catch up.
Are you just traveling on the main road, all of you?
Lucy's just heading directly south, so if that takes us onto the road, then she'll go on the road.
Eventually, it will take you back to the road. As you walk, make a... Are you just looking for a person, or are you trying to follow tracks? Titus.
Oh man, if this individual's stealthy. Essentially, if there are tracks, he'll try to follow them, but mostly keeping an eye on the road for this person that fits the description of tiefling bluish green with horns.
Okay. So make a perception check then.
20.
20. As you all start walking back into the main road and the sun rises, the morning greets you. Eventually you start seeing more people on the road. It gets a bit difficult to find a specific description once it gets a little bit more crowded. You do see a few carts coming and going, some caravans. You do notice some tieflings. Some are light blue, some are red, some are just more humanish skin tone. So it starts getting a little bit harder to find the specific description.
I figured it wouldn't be that easy since this event probably happened several hours before we got to them.
But you can continue. Do you then wait as you get this information? Do you then wait for your group? Okay. The rest of you notice this as well. People are starting to, again, go on their way. Caravans or carts that were maybe parked on the side of the road for a night's rest are coming back. You do see a variety of people, sellers, merchants, travelers on foot, on carts, on horses. It's not overly crowded, but you do have company along the road. This is a really wide dirt road. And you start seeing tieflings and humans, half-orcs, and a variety of different ethnicities and races. Eventually, as you're all walking toward, it gets more towards the early, 8 or 9 o'clock. As your journey continues, you notice caravans and cars stopped on the side of the path. The closer you get, the sounds of people get louder, and the smell of delicious food fills your nostrils as you notice a small market that has been set up at the crossroads. There are vendors selling food and wares that give way to a nice resting spot for weary travelers on the road before they continue on the next leg of their journey. So at this crossroads stop, you see some makeshift tents and stalls that have been made. You hear people barking orders at others. You smell fresh food being made, and after and just people sitting, meeting other people, others leaving as they had already taken their rest.
Are there any general good merchants?
Are you going back into the market area?
If he's met up with the group, Titus has a small idea of something he could try, and that is to approach general shop style stores and ask, "Hey, did someone try to sell a loot to you recently?"
As you do, it's not. They're not any established shops. It's just you can tell by the carts that are put on the side of the road. This is people that come to this area and set up makeshift stalls and start selling their stuff. But you do see one so a variety of goods for travel, bags and some eating ware, some rations, arrows, some daggers, just general stuff, rope. And you do see a halfling boy, I would say, teenager. And they looked at you surprised as you just come in asking for loot. What?
Sorry, did someone try to come in here and sell a loot?
Not here. I mean, I've seen people with loots, but I haven't gotten a loot sold to me.
Any of those people being a tiefling, lightish green blue skin with horns? I mean, they all have horns.
Who's asking? You a guard?
No. A cab.
A cab.
No, it's
Make up-
a gab, right?
A gab. I mean, there's just been a few people that passed by. I mean, some tieflings. I don't really. Oh, let me roll for him.
Yeah, sorry. My friend on the road got robbed of her loot, and it's very, very sentimental to her.
With a natural 3. I mean, I don't really remember. I mean, I'm sorry you got stolen, but honestly, that seems to be happening more and more often these days.
Yeah,
That's why
Well-
my parents don't really let me travel at night.
smart.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Want to
thanks
buy
for your-
something?
Actually, I could use some more arrows.
Yeah, I got arrows. Oh, we want like a bundle of 5.
I'll take 10.
10. Okay. Let me double check how much that is. I do have a cheat sheet. That does have items and gear, so that's cool. Let me go to weapons.
I thought.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought Forge did the thing that D&D Beyond does, and you have to individually put every single arrow in by click.
No. You can get a bundle of arrows. Let me
It's probably like in
yeah.
the silvers.
double check. So 1 arrow is 1 silver piece. So if you're getting like a bundle of 5, it'd be 5 silver pieces.
So at 10, 1 gold.
Yeah, 1 gold or 10. And he wraps up some of them for you, like just like a brown, like a brown string around them.
Oh, I'll
Two
just
bundles.
I'll just put them in my quiver.
Okay, here you go.
Yeah. Thank you for your help. Stay safe out there.
Yeah, you too. Sorry that you got like stolen from.
Yeah. Worst things could have happened.
Yeah, you could be done.
Scoots away.
Yeah, bye.
Goodbye.
GM,
hmm
how does exhaustion work in this? Because at this point, none of us have gotten our evening's rest. And it's the next day.
That is.
Would you consider us walking around the woods light activity?
Listen. Yeah. You do get exhausted, and I believe you then get is it fatigue?
Yeah, it's fatigued. You're tired and
Yeah.
can't summon much energy. Take a -1 penalty to AC and saving throws, and you can't use exploration activities while traveling, such as those listed here.
So you would take a -1 status penalty to AC and saving throws.
Yep, I got that tab up too. Okay. Oh, search is on that list. Okay.
What are the rest of you doing as Titus goes up to this market stall?
Waiting. Kira's very tired.
Annelisse just looks really down. Like she just doesn't look herself. She's not happy.
Is there anyone who seems to fit the description in the town square of the person we're looking for?
It's just a little crossroads market where people travel by. Make a perception check.
That's 12, and since she's 13, it's going to be -1, so 11.
You don't really see anyone about your height and like that deep greenish or bluish skin with horns. You don't really see anyone matching that description here. While the rest of you are walking by, you do get calls like out to come and try food. People have set up tables behind if you like to sit and eat. And you do hear a few people talking as when travelers get together, they exchange information. You hear a few motions of people leaving their house, their home, and traveling, hoping that this ex-neighbor finds a safe place to settle. You hear someone that is frantically searching for something that they can't find. And you also hear word of naval forces that are starting to being sent out from Ilrun. People mentioning that a lot of people have been coming in from the border of Nilrum back into Naze, and certain towns have been getting a little bit more overcrowded. As you walk by, anything else that you guys are doing as you're over here? You're hearing this, and you're just walking through the market square.
Lucy will pick up some, just some things that she can carry with them on the road. Some apples, a couple oranges.
Yeah.
If they have that stuff there, just some like fruit and veg that'll keep for a couple days in her back.
Yeah, there's some there's places that like sell snacks and fruits to go. The things that you don't have to cook, you don't have to buy cooked food or anything. It's maybe like if you buy a couple of them, it totals like about a silver piece because they're mostly a copper each.
Yeah.
Is there a stall that does like cafe style stuff?
Yeah, there is a stall that seems to have pretty fresh baked goods, which is strange out in the middle of the road. And at least you do know that a few, about 4 miles down this road, south, there is a little like resting. Village is generous. It's just kind of like a few buildings.
What's the exchange rate for coins? I know in D&D it's 10. It goes up by increments of 10.
Same here.
Same here.
Increments
Okay.
of 10. But you find someone selling baked goods and making some what smells like really good coffee.
Titus is going to pick up a bottle of bourbon from someplace and a couple of hot chocolates.
Yeah. You find someone that's selling mead that they say that they made themselves from the apiary. And they have a few bottles of whiskey that they picked up to sell here that you can get.
He'll approach the group with like the paper like holder with the cups of coffee in them.
Yeah.
And then hold up the bottle like eyebrow raise, hot chocolate whiskey.
No drinking. We've already been stolen from, and it's already hard enough to concentrate.
Hot chocolate it is then.
I would not say no to the alcohol.
Let's get some sleep first.
Yes, you three should definitely probably get some more rest.
Me?
So should you. You didn't do your whole trance.
I did my 4 hours.
He did. They did. But
Dude. I don't like
Quite
you.
awake. My husband was quite effective in how I slept, so I'm quite awake.
Gross.
He takes
Next
the
to
hot
you.
chocolate.
Someone taking some crates and bags out of a car. It's like, if y'all looking for a place to ride, there's an inn about 4 miles down the road.
Is it
Oh, it'd be
safe?
perfect.
I mean, it's a traveling inn. It's as safe as it'll get.
Do you want me to piggyback you so you could take a nappy?
No, I'm not a child. I'm just grumpy.
Alright. Well, offer still stands. Annelisse, would you like to take a nap?
I just want to find my loot. That's all I want. I do appreciate the fact that you are all actually helping to find the loot, and it's not obviously something that maybe as important to others, but I just want to find it. I guess also though I have not slept in a long time. Maybe
Let's go towards the inn and get a room for the 3 of you, and I can ask around.
You know,
Okay.
Get us some food.
maybe that might be good. You ask around, we take quick quests, we share room together, that way it's safer. I hope somebody
Good
else
idea.
can pay though, I can't pay.
I've got money.
I would say an hour, 2 hours pass, about 4 miles. You do find a smattering of buildings with this wide road that goes right in the middle. There's maybe a handful of buildings on each side. Some seem to be houses that have been rushly built. Most of them are establishments. There is an inn. There is like a general store. There are stables. And just stuff that troubles might need to take a rest, and safer than just camping out. but you're able to find an inn. It is called the Traveling Merchant. Appropriate for where it is at the moment. It is nothing fancy. As you go in, it's made out of wood and rock, but it's well kept. And you do see a few people that are there that have stopped by, and other people leaving that have stayed there the night before. And you see who's kind of checking people in and out. You see this half orcish woman, more slender. She has big round glasses and a smattering of freckles across her nose. Her tusks are small, and you see they're a little uneven. One's larger than the other, or one's taller than the other. But she says like, "Hi, welcome. How can I help you?"
Hello, madam. Can we have a room to share? My compatriots and I are quite tired.
Sure. For just the four of you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We do have a room available with 2 bunk beds. That's gonna be about 6 silver pieces a night.
We'll probably just stay the night, but if we change our minds, can we refresh?
Yeah, of course. If you need anything, we have a small little bar and food area if you'd like to eat something.
Yes, I'll gather the breakfast for them and take it up if that's okay with you, ma'am.
Of course.
Okay, I'll pay turns and just kind of lays a gold out because he doesn't have small silver on him.
Oh, by the by, do you happen to have any bathing facilities here?
Yeah. There's a bathing room in the back. We can get you some water for it if you'd like.
Amazing, please.
Would you like that heated up, sir?
Warm bath, nice bed. That sounds perfect.
Of course. Anybody else like a bath? We got 2 bathing rooms.
I would. Also, do you have a bar area?
I do, miss.
Where is it?
If you just walk a little bit to your left, you'll find Darla over at the bar. She'll help you get anything you need.
Thank you. I'll see you all at the room.
Oh, Pops. There's just a small sound as Titus yanks off his arm and hands it to him. Could you tune that up a little bit?
Yes. Kind of holds the arm, looks to the woman. It's fine.
Darla, I've seen Stranger Things. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I just
I'll be
didn't
right
want
back.
you to
I'll
freak
let y'all
out.
know when your baths are ready.
Okay.
If it gives you something to think about, Pops, maybe try and put a propulsion system on it. I want to punch people from 30 feet away.
That's easy enough to do.
Behind, as you go over to the bar, behind the bar, you see another half orcish woman. This one, a bit more on the orcish side. She's taller. Definitely seen some stuff in her days. She has a scar over one eye that's covered in like an eye patch. This dark hair is tied back. She's just wearing simple clothes. She seems to be cleaning stuff, cleaning cups and glass and getting the bar set up. How can I help you?
Hi, hello. First of all, do you talk to many other like tavern owners? I know some taverns kind of have like their own like network, and they talk to one another. I was wondering if you ever reach out to others, or maybe have other friends who run taverns.
I do have tavern friends.
I'm looking for someone. A friend from a very long time ago. His name is Rem. Blue elf. He used to have short hair. Used to bartend at a few places.
There is a look on their face. Make me a persuasion roll.
Do we have persuasion? We don't have persuasion, do we?
Sorry, not persuasion.
Society?
It is
Society.
It's a diplomacy, if I'm not mistaken. I always get those two confused.
Yeah, diplomacy is to convince something,
Okay.
and society is to understand something.
Okay. That is a 12 plus a 6, so 18.
Not the name I hear often, so far.
Do you know if he's still alive?
Last I checked, yeah.
Is he on this continent?
Last I heard of him, he was in Ilran, but a lot of people have been leaving Ilran to come here. It's going to shit. I don't know when Nace will go to shit. I mean, the taxes are already up high, but you know.
Oh, taxes are awful everywhere. I'm so sorry.
You make do.
There isn't any way that I can get in touch with him through you. I've been looking for 8 years.
Yeah, that's a long time. You could leave message. I could pass it on.
Okay. Do you have any paper? We were robbed on the road. I don't have anything to write with.
Duh. 1 sec. She turns around and it's a little clipboard with a piece of parchment and just a pencil, and she'll hand it to you.
Mm-hmm.
You like drink too?
I do. I'm a whiskey drinker. Let's see. And she will write down a very short note, and sign it. I'm trying to think of how she would sign it. She would probably just sign it with an L in her natural handwriting. Just saying that she is. It's something. I'll write it out later, but it's essentially
you can write it out later.
It's going to be coded in a way that she thinks he'll understand that. Sorry, I've kept missing you for the last 8 years. But if we can find one another, I'd like to see you again, or something like that. She tries to kind of like skew it so it sounds like romantic, as you do when you're coding messages. But the subtext will be, "Sup, dude, I'm alive."
Yeah.
And she'll give that back, and thank you so much. I really do hope he's okay.
I'll see if I can get it. And she takes it, hold it, doesn't seem to even look at it, just put it in her back pocket. Would you like food?
I would love food.
Okay. What would you like?
Yes.
Alright. Bacon, eggs, lots of bacon, got it. You, Red.
I'll just take the drink, thank you very much.
What drink? Strong? Coffee?
Actually, I'm about to go to bed, so whiskey neat.
Whiskey neat, got it. You little elven girl.
That I assume that is me.
That is you, miss.
Let's just say. And she'll kind of like make sure like Anthony's out of earshot. Like, pour me a drink, a strong drink, okay?
You got it. Winks at you. And you, young man, what would you like?
Anthony has set himself at the bar and is already working on the arm. And he kind of looks up and says in Orcish, and the fire, he kind of points up towards the top. Northern region, if I'm correct.
Hey, da.
That, please.
Any food?
Bacon turkey sandwich?
Can do. Be right back.
He'll say thank you in Orcish and just kind of go back to his work.
She'll kind of give a wave. She'll step through a back door. And after a few minutes, she comes out, starts preparing drinks at the bar, slides one over to you, Titus, slides one over to you, Annelisse, slides another one to you, Anthony. Miss, do you just want water? And that's to you, Kira.
Oh no, I will take whiskey, strongest you've got.
Oh, you got
Something
it.
that'll really kick me in the ass, please.
Of course. It's your funeral. And you see her kind of turn around, look at the shelf, takes a bottle that's been up top, and it's made out of this red glass, kind of dome shape, pops the cork, and pours it in like a whiskey glass, and slides it over to you.
I would like, for Lucy to take a sniff of this. And as the whiskey connoisseur that she is, I would like to roll something to see if she knows where this is from.
Yeah, go ahead. You've been a lot of places.
And she's drinking a lot of whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
I am not kidding. That is a nat 20.
Nice.
Nat 20. This whiskey, it does have a red tint to it.
Mhm.
And that has to do with the wood of the barrels it's been aged with. And you know that one of the areas that has this type of wood, let me pull up my map. You know that there is a region in the northern Dragon Tails Mountains that has basically a redwood forest, but not redwood as we know it, like the tree itself. It is a forest made out of trees that on the outside they have this purplish, like warm purplish color, but that outer layer does peel back, and you see this bright, colorful red wood beneath it. And it is not often that people just cut these trees down. They're quite protected. But if there is a brewery in that area that does make whiskey that is aged in this redwood barrels, and it gives it a bit of an almost like raspberry taste to it, but it's fermented for so long that it is very strong, and you can taste it, but it is very smooth as it goes down your throat.
What's the name of it?
It's just redwood whiskey.
Redwood whiskey. Should I just go, Redwood whiskey, it's been so long.
I see you know your whiskeys.
I do. Tell me, as she's sipping this whiskey, has anyone else mentioned their belongings just disappearing when they stop on the road? My friend here, someone stole her loot right from out from under us, and it's a rather large thing to, just grow legs and walk away.
I'm sorry to hear. It has been happening a lot in the past couple of weeks, months, and years. Shit has kind of hit the fan in the world, really.
Understandable.
People do what they can to survive. I don't judge. We get a lot of people saying that they are missing things. Usually it's smaller things, coins, jewelry, stuff like that. Things that maybe they dropped. But loot, yeah. You don't seem like you're traveling with a caravan. I might know someone that could help you. She works at the general goods search. A lot of people try to sell her things, so she might know of anything.
Okay. What's her name? I'd be happy to talk to her after I get some rest. It happened in the middle of the night, and I haven't slept.
Her name's Rasha.
What is it?
Rasha. Rasha.
Okay.
And she was like, excuse me a moment. And go back. Comes out with a big plate of like eggs, sausage, bacon, some some potatoes. Puts it in front of you, Kira. Good. Good.
Sorry, I'm Kira.
Yeah, you're Kira.
I got lost thinking
think
about
she's,
the
like,
eggs and
talking to
potatoes. Yeah. Kira will just dig in and start devouring it.
Nah. And for you said sandwich, and it's a really well made sandwich. It's one of those almost like deli sandwiches with thick bacon, turkey, lettuce, all that stuff. It's like good.
He puts a thumbs up.
I'm sorry, miss. I also have a question. Did someone by the name of Lyria roll through here a few days ago? And he'll give a general description of the person they found.
Let me roll for her. Name does not sound familiar, but description, yeah, woman, human, she passed here a few days ago.
Right. Did you speak to her at any point?
Bits. Not much. She seemed quiet all by herself. Said she was heading north.
She say where she was from?
No. Maybe south. She said she was coming back from job, heading north to home.
Heading north home.
Da.
All right. Thank you.
Your drinks are good. Young man, red, little elf.
Anthony puts up another thumb. Just he's lost in his work.
I love that Robin keeps getting called Red Little Elf.
I like it. She just kind of like nods. Like, she doesn't look properly happy at the minute. She's kind of just like missing her loot. And she's looking a little bit down, but she's just like, yes, no, the drink is wonderful. Thank you.
That miss. I assume the loot's yours.
Yes, the loot is mine. Yes.
Can't help much there, but here, and she'll kind of go to the back, bring out a small plate with like a really nice, thick pastry that's glazed, got some powdered sugar on top. On house, feel better.
Oh, well, thank you. That is very, very kind of you. Thank you.
I'm a kind woman sometimes.
You do seem like a very kind woman. It's nice.
I prefer not to seem kind, though.
I won't tell anyone.
Secret between you and me, little elf. But as you settle down to eat and drink before you head to bed, that's where we'll leave off. I know we're a few minutes extra. And we'll be back next week, I think, right?
Hey everyone, thank you for joining us for tonight's episode of Nexus Adventures. Don't forget to leave us a review on your podcast platform of choice. It really helps our show grow. Anthony was played by Jen. Annelisse was played by Robin. Lucy was played by Sarah Roberts. Titus was played by RJ. Your GM tonight was Alyssa Vamp. Check out our show notes for cast info and links to the Hype Goblins affiliate sponsors. Codes provided will help further support the show as we purchase new Pathfinder content for the GM and cast. If you'd like to join us for our Patreon-only after show, visit patreon.com/thehypegoblin. This show and others like it are made possible by the generous support of our patrons.